Okay, lip balmed up, and today we're gonna be doing my March favorites. Last month I did not do my favorites video try on style. I did it a little bit more casual, talking to the camera. But this month we're gonna do try on because I have something in my eye, first and foremost. It was an eyelash. Anyway, I have so many new products this month that I'm so excited to like show you guys on my face in action. So let's get started off with a sunscreen that I am so, well actually no, I guess we can't. We gotta get started off with this hydrating serum. I'm telling you, I have so much stuff to show you guys. So this is the Pixi Skin Treats Hydrating Milky Serum. And I really like this before makeup application. I think it's a really nice lightweight serum that's milky, but it absorbs into your skin quickly. And for me, it keeps my skin hydrated throughout the day so that my skin always feels, you know, really nice and plump. My skin won't start feeling, you know, tight and dehydrated underneath my makeup, which does happen sometimes. And I love how it's just super quickly absorbed into the skin. This sunscreen is so major. It's the Supergoop Glow Screen. It's an illuminating sunscreen, SPF 40 from Supergoop. It looks really beautiful. I know you might think that that would make your skin look lighter, but it doesn't. It goes on translucent and just has an illuminator on it. This summer, once it starts warming up, I feel like this would just look so great even on its own. Or you just put this all over your skin and then you do a little bit of under eye concealer. But look how radiant and healthy it makes you look. I'm obsessed. This foundation is quickly making its way into my favorite foundations of all time. It's from the brand Sia. It's their Luminous Longwear Foundation. I wear the shade Honey. Now the thing that I like about this foundation is that it's a luminous longwear foundation and it gives you such amazing coverage. I also did a video using this on my IGTV, and I don't have any illuminator on underneath in that tutorial. So if you do want to see what it looks like without an illuminator, just go to my Instagram and it's in the smoky liner tutorial. Although this illuminator in the sunscreen isn't really going to affect this that much because this does have great coverage. And because the coverage is so full on this one, I actually do like putting illuminator on top of it rather than underneath it. This foundation is long wearing, it's comfortable, it doesn't feel heavy. I'm just genuinely such a big fan of it right now. I've also been liking the Too Faced Peach Concealer. This is in the shade Honeycomb. I just like to pick it up on a little brush. This one's the Bretman Rock Jungle Rock brush. And just doing a light layer of this peach concealer wherever I have the darkest parts, like darkest discoloration. So I do like it on top of my eyelid. It's also a great base for eyeshadow. I like to use thin layers of this concealer because I do find that if I use too much, it can emphasize dry patches in the slightest. So right now, because I do have a little bit of dryness, I'm just doing light layers. So that's pretty ideal because to get the good coverage, you don't have to use a ton of product. I just like to push it in with my finger as well. Just helps warm it up a bit. To set all this makeup down, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Powder. This is not a new favorite of mine for you guys. I think it will be my favorite powder as long as Laura Mercier keeps it on the market. And I'm just gonna set using the Marc Jacobs bronze brush just to pat everything in place. I've also really been liking the L'Oreal Infallible foundation in the shade Chestnut. Now I use this to contour and bronze. I think this is the perfect time to try out this technique. We're all staying home, so I mean, you might as well play around with cream products if you've been a little bit shy about them. So I'm gonna take it on a Wet n Wild Fire and Ice brush, always tapping the excess off into your hand so that you don't go in hot and heavy on the skin. And then I just lightly stipple and blend the bronzer in. And I will use my foundation sponge to help further blend it in so it looks as natural as possible. Go around my hairline. And then I'm just going to set that with a little bit of powder bronzer. This is the Revlon Skin Lights powder bronzer. It's nice and lightweight, so it actually makes a great bronzer to set a cream bronzer with. I'm gonna fill in my brows super quick and then I'll be right back. This is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I'm gonna pop just a touch of that Revlon Skin Lights bronzer right into the crease of my eye, just so we have some definition laid down before I show you guys these eyeshadows I've been liking. These eyeshadows are from NARS. They are stunning. I've been wearing them constantly, pretty much exclusively the whole month. They are pressed pigment shadows. This bronze one right here is called Stricken, and then this champagne gold is called Slam. You can do really intense or softer looks using these. I'm gonna start off with this bronze one and just apply it right to my eyelid using my fingertips. And look how much payoff I get from just a tiny little dab into the product. And then I'm gonna take Slam and put that right on the center of the lid. They look wet. They're so good. And I'll also run that right on the lower lash line, the bronze shade. They are so good. I have never had an eyeshadow that's powder that looks as wet and glossy as these. I was obsessed with them around the end of February, and then I wore them throughout the beginning half of March, and I'm still wearing them now, even though I have nowhere to go. When I do my makeup for, you know, working at home or just like filming a video for you guys, I love these. They're amazing. The Maybelline Cheek Heat in the shade Nude Burn has definitely been my favorite blush tone. I like to squeeze out the product on the back of my hand. I've used a lot. So that's what it looks like, and then I'll kind of spread it around on the back of my hand just like that. You can use your fingers as well if that's what you prefer, but I prefer to just load up a brush like this and then lightly tap that right on the apples of my cheeks. I genuinely really like them. I like how they're easy to apply. I like how they're liquid and they're more of like a sheer pigmentation, and I think using a brush or a sponge or your fingers is going to obviously change the finish and the way it looks on your skin, but I liked all the methods. I think brush is probably my favorite, but I really like how it just gives you that sheer flush on your cheek. Nothing too crazy or new and exciting for me in terms of mascara, so I've just been switching off between a lot of my favorites. I've really been enjoying this one from Essence, the I Love Extreme Volume. You get a lot of length, wispy volume, the right amount of clumps, the right amount of volume to where they're not spidery, but you get that, you know, old Hollywood siren type of lash. I'm gonna make sure I have like just at least something down there. Lip pencil wise, I've been loving MAC Morning Coffee. I need to sharpen it. I feel like every time I film anything with lip liner, it always has to be sharpened. Probably because I wear lip liner every single day. Morning Coffee is just one of those great overlining lip shades. We do have a couple lip color favorites, so I'll start off with one that's not gonna surprise you at all. It's this shade right here called Supreme Brown from Smith & Colt. I love the formula of this one. It's so highly pigmented. It's just the perfect amount of something. It gives your lips a little bit of a punch, but it's not, you know, too nude or too brown. I just think if you have a similar skin tone to me, you'll love this as much as I do. It's a great everyday color and it's super pigmented, so a little bit goes a really long way with this one. These next two favorites are pinks. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I'm very picky about pink lips. I usually think they aren't very flattering, but I have two that I really love. So this first one is the Revlon Shine Lipstick in Beaming Strawberry. And I love how this is sheer. It's so pink, but I think it's so flattering because it has a warm undertone and it's shiny and it's sheer. It's not overpowering. I think it really just livens up your complexion and just makes you look more youthful. So I'm loving a pink lip. Now the other is another easy to wear pink. This is the Kosas Wet Lip Oil in the shade Malibu. This one I really like because I like the way it wears off. I feel like it leaves my lips with a little bit of a stain once it's worn away. It's got a little bit more shimmer to it. It's a little bit more pigmented, but I think it looks really nice when it starts wearing away because your lips get this really pretty pink stain on them. So, but for this look specifically, because I have like glowy skin, glowy eyes, I would do a matte lip. All right, guys, that's it for my March favorites. I hope you guys are all happy, healthy, and safe as always. I always hope that for you guys, but especially now more so than ever. And of course, I am staying home. I'm not going anywhere and wearing these makeup products. I'm just testing makeup and wearing makeup like I usually do so that I can still make content for you guys. So, oh my gosh, my eye is itching so bad and I have no idea why. I hope you guys have a great day. Products will be linked and listed in the description box down below. Please be sure to subscribe and come follow me on Instagram. And I have been uploading stories more often, so if you guys are liking those, let me know. And I've also been trying to do IGTV videos as well. So would love to know your guys' feedback. If you are following me on Instagram, are you liking the other sides of content on there? And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.